Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a... Well, it all came out of the blue, didn't it? That all of a sudden the rumours were circulating and percolating around about the PS5 Pro. And then all of a sudden we get a, 24-hour announcement officially?
Well, it's the industry's worst-kept secret.
Well, it is, yes. And I think maybe that caused them to front-run this slightly. But anyway, we're seconds away from finding out what this is all about.
We're told it's a 9-minute stream. I don't know how much you can get done in 9 minutes. We'll definitely find out if Mark Cerny's an exception to the rule.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting.
Hi,
oh, there
I'm
he
Mark
is.
Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology.
Oh, we're going straight
first,
in.
I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience.
We've only got 9 minutes, Cerny. We don't need a recap. It's been out for 5 years.
When PS5 debuted in 2020,
it's that graphene oxide.
8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed, complex gameplay.
There we go, Mark. Talk dirty to me.
Reaching into the hundreds, and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes.
That's 1 minute down.
That's 1 minute. Then he's not talked about PS5 Pro yet.
Yeah, we've got a logo straight off the bat.
Breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds, and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
Just to
Tempest 3D audio
put
tech brings
since he's recapping the PS5,
to the sound of
yeah.
the games.
I said that
so real, you may not
is he going to end this presentation with a state of play
exactly
date? Because it just seems weird to make this so short,
Finally,
unless it is longer than 9 minutes.
Haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experience.
Mark, you got to dye your hair, mate. That colour's just not doing it for you.
But when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance.
Oh, here we
The
go.
dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players.
Not really.
Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically
Not
through
sure if this is
higher
worth the
resolution
$600
rendering.
price tag, but
These modes might also have enhanced
He's getting to it, though.
or
He's
use
getting
more
to
ray
it.
tracing.
God, we're 2.5 minutes down.
But the game's
Well, maybe he's going to say maybe we're going to now
The
take that
visuals
option
can
away
be
from you because you
choppy,
don't
and
need
the
to worry
controls
about it
less
anymore.
responsive.
Yeah.
Performance modes emphasize
Fidelity
frame
mode's been
rate and
embarrassing us on other
interactivity.
platforms, therefore we're removing it with PS5 Pro
60 frames.
and charging you $6.99 this holiday.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time.
Yeah.
Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key
Oh, there you go.
targets
Removing that decision, he accidentally
there you
slipped
go.
up.
We want to
See?
give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to.
Marxism's back,
the
baby.
high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45%.
There's all this Silicon Valley twang.
45% faster rendering.
Major
The leak was
upgrades
right.
to ray tracing.
Yeah.
Taking
Digital
a
Foundry said
streamlined and
45%.
accelerated approach
Wow.
that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution.
We talked about this on episode 1 of the podcast.
Yeah.
PSSR
Making sure that
analyzes the game
Starfield is
images
ready
pixel
day
by
one
pixel
on
and can add
PlayStation.
an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing.
There you
With
go.
graphics
You're gonna
showing
charge
something
for it, though,
like
buddy.
There's your $10
fidelity levels of
upgrades
detail
coming in.
but it doubled the frame rate.
They should do it for
Here's
free.
The Last
If
of Us
AI is
Part
going to
2
do a lot of
on
this stuff as well,
I
do it
knew
for
it was
free.
going to be Last of Us. How the
has
hell did I
huge
know?
amounts of
This game's
detail
been
and targets
remade
super
5
smooth
times
and
already.
They're not going to
In 5
announce another
years.
one, are they?
This is it. This is it. This is it.
to the fidelity mode on PS5.
Last of
which is
Us
only
Part
running
1,
at
remaster,
30 frames
remaster,
I need to
remake.
check.
and is therefore much choppier.
I can't see a bloody
This
difference at
goal
the
of
moment.
delivering
Yeah,
almost fidelity-like
the YouTube
graphics
bitrate doesn't
performance
really
frame
help.
rates has been achieved
No,
through
yeah,
a
that's
broad
probably
set
what
of
it is,
titles,
yeah.
including Marvel's Spider-Man 2
I'm not seeing an
and
obvious
Ratchet and Clank Rift
difference.
Apart. We
Yeah,
can
I'm
see
going to
that
check the
PS5
quality
Pro is
settings
close
on the
to
YouTube.
doubling the power
Have
of
I got this
PlayStation.
running on?
I've got it on 4K.
Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5
Yeah, same.
Pro versus Performance mode on PS5.
Anyway.
Both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5.
Is it?
For this, my favorite is
Is it? I can see a bit of a difference, but it's not. This is what I talked about, this mid-gen refresh.
I've got to download the source. Okay, the lighting here looks different.
Yeah.
Throughout the scene,
Oh,
including
yeah, you can see the
and
trees are a lot
procedural
more
cars.
crisper. I mean, if you want crispier trees.
So
yeah.
overall, some remarkable
From a 10-year-old game, yeah.
games.
Yeah.
On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother.
This
and
is
more
why I said
responsive.
graphics can only take you so far. I'm
This
waiting for
is
this
the big three
big
showing
shift
their
in
value.
gaming.
Yeah.
As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library.
I mean, this is as
being used quite
baseline of a
broadly
mid-gen
to add
refresh as you
pixel
can get.
detail and boost
There's
frame rate.
nothing here
But there are as
surprising
many
at all.
approaches as there are game engines. The
It's what
increase in
we
raw
discussed
GPU power is
last
being
night when we
especially
discovered we could
effective
share
for
each other's
Horizon
gameplay on
Forbidden
PS5.
West.
That's it.
Apart
The-
from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing
For me, this is
improvements to
pointless because I
lighting
don't
and
even have a
visual
TV that does
effects,
HDR yet. So,
That's your mid-gen
as
refresh
well as
right
to
there.
the hair
Yeah.
and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
George Soros. What? I thought that's what she said.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray trace
Honestly, you
reflections
compared
between the cars
Gran
and the gameplay,
Turismo 7 with
while
Forza.
continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second.
Look,
Such a difference.
I've no doubt that the numbers show that this stuff is more impressive, but
Allowing
you
not
know,
only for better
I'm not.
reflections and a greater variety
I'm not
of
blown
reflective
away.
surfaces, but also
You know,
for
at least with the
further
One
realism
X
in the
generation, we got the
casting of
bump to
shadows.
4K. You know,
Yeah.
this is
I hope you've enjoyed this run through.
guaranteeing 60 FPS, and there we go, we're done.
Simply
Get a
put,
price?
it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
you got no
wrap this
games.
up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Oh, $10 upgrades incoming.
There we go.
God, that got wider.
It's
There
size.
you go. There's the Adidas endorsement.
But maybe we would have got something on a DualSense 2 today. No.
Are we gonna get a price or a launch window? It's gotta be
we'll
this.
get a price. We'll get a price.
It's
alright.
gotta be this Christmas.
I can't see the. Honestly, it's just.
It'll be worth.
I mean, it probably doesn't help on wearing driving glasses, but
No, but it's not even that. Their games lineup is really like suffering at the moment. It's a weird time to be introducing a mid-gen refresh when all your studios are in dismay.
yeah, exactly.
And you had a good point. Like maybe the reason they haven't showed off anything in the last 2 years is because they were saving it for this. But
Yeah,
they're literally showing $10 upgrades patches right now.
yeah. Thing is, how many of these games are you gonna go back and play again just because the graphics are minutely better?
This is it. It's a lot of dev effort for, you know, arguably a 20% audience. In today's economy, it's a hard sell.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff's great if you've not played it before. And there's a
Yeah.
number of games here I
They're
haven't played before.
Well, there was some stats.
Oh, here we go.
of-
$6.99. Oh God.
Oh, wow.
November 7.
700 quid. That is
Oh.
a tough price
Oh.
to pay. Oh my god.
Oh, they spent
that is gonna struggle to sell right there.
3 seconds
That is
of
gonna struggle to sell. I can get an iPhone 16 for that price.
which you already ordered, haven't you? You pre-ordered. Right. I suppose initial impressions. I think it's falling flat on its face.
Well, I suspected there'd be a state of play date drop today. It didn't happen, and that just pretty much is confirmation that Sony, at the moment, it's a bizarre. And the more I think about this, the more the fact that they front run this in some capacity because the leaks happened, and that's why they've done this today. Now, whether they're going to follow up with something afterwards, boy, God, do they need to, because people going back playing games they've already played for 700 quid, it ain't going to work. No one's going to do that. And the fact that they go and stiff you in the backside with an upgrade price for graphics, 700 quid plus £10 here, £10 there. It's a very, very bizarre move from Sony, and I know that we've had the flop of Concord to the highs of Astrobot coming in. We're back into the flop section because it makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Why are they coming out with this now? Apart from being forced and having their hand forced, similarly to what happened with, Phil Spencer and the guys when there was leaks about third-party games going over to Xbox.
Yeah, I thought at least they would give us a demo of Wolverine or something big that they've got, or Death Stranding 2 or something Kojima's working on that he hasn't announced yet. But this absolutely is a console without a cause. 700 quid, $700 plus tax over here, so you're paying $769 or something. That's a hard sell. That's a hard sell. November 7.
Yeah. What is the PS5 now retailing at?
Well,
because
it depends where you are in the world, because it's just gone up.
It's gone up in Japan,
about this. Yeah, about an average of $170, isn't it?
Something like
equivalent,
that. We'll probably talk a bit more about that on our main podcast. But
you getting one? That's the question.
Am I getting a PS5 Pro? Of course, I'm not getting a PS4. What is the point?
I'll take it if someone buys one for me. But
look, the only way that he didn't even put Stellar Blade up there. I mean, that's an easy sell to see that in slightly richer frame rates, more detail. It's bizarre, absolutely bizarre.
This is a classic case of PlayStation resting on their laurels. They are literally living off of legacy right now. They had a nice 10-year. Maybe 12-year stint of just banger after banger after win, and a lot of it after the detriment of Xbox doing it to themselves by shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of the poor decisions they made. But this should be an easy rack up. I mean, what? There's no reason to buy one.
This was an opportunity here for them to slap back big time, and they missed it as well. I mean, it's just happening across the board right now that you see an open goal and everyone's kicking and somehow scuffing the shot, and it's going wide out for a goal kick.
All he had to do was mention the word GTA 6. Get that rolling in people's heads, but no, he hasn't done it.
They would have had more success today announcing some PS5 Pro marketing deal for GTA 6, not launching it this year and launching it as a console pack bundle next year, and that would have been infinitely more. It would have created infinitely more hype, more drama, and they've missed an opportunity to do that. Now, which way this is going to go? There's been some rumors about GTA 6 and Sony getting exclusivity. If you were to go back through the timeline, you would say that they're more likely to get it than Xbox are, but I don't know. It's just 700 quid. 700. That's that set a new record on price.
$699 was the PS3 when it launched day one with the backwards compatibility, with the hardware backwards compatibility and the SD card slots and everything. But then they removed that quick after a year to drop that price. Yeah. This is definitely one of the most expensive consoles, and I'm going to argue it's actually probably one of the biggest as well, because rumor has it that it's 7 or 9% taller than the original PS5, the Fat Boy version. So it definitely looks thicker. The fins are sticking out a little bit more. I didn't get a good look. Was there a disk drive, or did they not?
I didn't see. I mean, I might scrub it back.
I'm going to have to scrub it back real quick. What are we looking at over here? Right, they've got the PS5 at an angle where you can't see that side. I'm going to guess it's going to be an add-on. So what does the disk drive go for today? So PS5 disk drive, here you go. You're looking at live research. So here in the US, whether you're going at Best Buy or Amazon, you're looking at $79.99 plus tax, so just under $100. Another 100 on top of that if you're a physical media.
Surely it's got to come with a disk drive on it for 700. Surely.
And look,
hang on, the vertical stand is sold separately. They are putting add-ons. This is, oh my goodness me. That is ridiculous. You're not getting I mean, this is just synonymous with what's happened over the last 5 years. You're paying for stuff that used to be bundled in free. Apple are using the thing of the climate to say we're not going to give you a plug socket anymore, and Sony's thought, here's a chance to cut down on manufacturing costs.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to... How much are they going to charge for the vertical stand? A piece of plastic should be, what, £1?
Probably $39.99.
Oh, they'll charge about 15, 20 quid at least.
Here we are. I'm on the official PlayStation blog site. So it says other enhancements include PS5 Pro Game Boost, not Game Boost, but Pro Game Boost, which can apply more than 8,500 backwards compatible PS4 games to PS5 Pro. This is what you want to do, isn't it? You buy an $800 console.
So what is it using? Is it using that spectral super sampling on those games?
It's got to be. It's just applying AI upscaling, I think.
Upscaling, yeah.
Yeah, which is what Xbox is already doing. Not AI, but they've done it through a manual patch.
Yeah.
This feature may stabilize or improve the performance of supported PS4 and PS5 games. It's also got enhanced image quality for PS4 games. A lot of talk about PS4 games here, and it's also able to improve resolution on select PS4 games. PS5 Pro will also launch with...
I know exactly what they're doing here. Exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they've noticed that there is a big tranche of people that still haven't made the jump over to the PS5 from the 4, and this is to tweak the nipples, so to speak, to get those PS4 players finally shifted out of that and into something newer.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they use the language around the PS4 so much.
Well, here's
in that blog post.
Here's a new one that's a first. They're actually including Wi-Fi 7 in territories supporting this standard. So there you go. Variable refresh rate.
An Defiant game without the problems.
I don't think Wi-Fi 7 can even save them. Variable refresh rate and 8K gaming. Oh, we're back with the 8K again.
Back to the 8K promise.
They took the 8K label off the PS5, 6 months ago, just to throw it back on the PS5 Pro, and I've just smacked my elbow on the desk in excitement. Here we go. It's humbling to see how game creators have embraced this technology from PS5 Pro, and several games will be patched with free software upgrades to take advantage of the features. These games can be identified with the PS5 Pro Enhanced label in their title. Some games you can look forward to include blockbuster hits from PlayStation Studios, such as Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank, Crew Motorfest.
Oh, yeah. What a banger.
Here we go. It gets better. We kept the look of the PS5 Pro consistent with the overall PS5 family of products. You'll notice the height is the same size as the original PS5. They've even talked about it. And the width is the same as the current PS5 to accommodate higher performance specs. Players can add an Ultra Blu-ray disc drive or swap out console covers when they become available, so it is separate.
Hang on, what's the size of the hard drive?
They haven't talked about that because it was $825.
Oh, no.
So they have... Oh, hang on. I do see something here. PS5 Pro console will be available this holiday, blah, 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 blah. It will include a 2 terabyte SSD, DualSense wireless, and a copy of Astro's Playroom. God. This is a tone-deaf release.
Yeah.
I don't think they realise what's going on in the world today.
2 terabytes. How many games you can fit on that now? And given that Call of Duty is 150 gig.
Look, 2 terabytes is respectable. I'm not mad at that, but I mean, there's no reason to buy one.
No, there's not. There's not.
With the option to purchase the disc drive separately. Oh, you had to call that out again because it was so ambiguous. Well, there you have it.
So basically, they've used the disc drive that was on the PS5.
Yep.
As the extra space to claim it is the same size as the PS5.
Yep, they built that.
But when you add a disc drive onto it, it's not. It's bigger.
Probably thicker. Chonky boy.
Unbelievable.
Well, there you have it. There's just... why didn't you talk about the 2 terabyte drive? Put it on the splash screen at the end or something. I don't know. That was a weird one.
I don't know.
That was a weird one.
Let's just remind ourselves of that price. £699.
$769 with tax in the US.
That's crazy.
That's a hard.
Plus, you need your vertical stand.
I love this
because you ain't gonna want to put this thing widthways.
You're gonna actually because you got to think about this. You're gonna buy the console at $799 or $699, probably a game or two, to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
The stand, right? That's an extra $30-$40. Then you're gonna need the disc drive because you're a physical purist. Then you're going to need a new unit from IKEA to encapsulate the thing, and you've got to rewire all this, and you're going to say, sod it, since I'm here I might as well change the TV as well. You might as well get a PC at this point.
You might as well get an Alienware PC.
Might as well get a
MSI PC.
Oh, what are we doing? I'm looking at the comments on the
some of the comments that we can talk about.
Right, let's have a look. PC prices. Sure would be nice to know if this is true or not. Where's the spec sheet, Sony? I left class 10 minutes early to watch this conference and got almost no information on the thing. Then came to the blog and still absolutely no information. A mid-tier PC at a mid-tier price. Hardly exciting. I'm surprised they're not moderating these. That price tag for a console with next to zero first-party output is well and truly in line with your baffling decisions this generation. At that price, buy a PC. All titles are going there anyway, and a way better quality at way lower prices with no PS Plus requirements. I think that encapsulates this whole announcement. We are in PC price territory now.
Well, and all the time the Xbox are getting confused whether they're PC or console at this point, because Towerborn went into early access and Xbox Wire posted about it. What's that got to do with Xbox?
Yeah.
Nothing.
This is an interesting comment here. £699 for a 45% improvement without upscaling and no disk drive. Sony went right back to their PS3 launch meltdown. There you go.
Damn.
There you go.
No doubt we'll probably follow up with a few comments on this on our podcast next week, especially perhaps some of the fallout, because you just know that this is going to... I haven't even looked on X yet. It's going to ignite on X, but... Well, my guess of a state of play date drop didn't happen, and well, I don't know. This isn't going to carry them over. This isn't going to be the tempter. Everyone was talking about, they're going to bring this out to front run GTA 6. Well,
I've got to be fair.
It's not.
I've got to give both consoles their criticism, because I've been saying lately that I'm going to switch from Xbox to PlayStation now. I look at it and go, well, is the grass really greener on the other side? Because Xbox are in a bit of a weird situation where they're funding PlayStation's library, and Sony don't know what the hell they're doing with their pricing in their library, and they've got all these studios shutting down, and Concord was a 7-day hit and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It does really seem like the PC players, the elite race have
we've
really
not
won
even hit the point, right? So we've not even hit the point of the lag effect of all of those layoffs at the start of this year.
Oh, we haven't.
So it does make me wonder how 2025, 2026... I think 2025 up to summer will be fine. But, if you're looking for an opportunity to eat through some of that backlog, there may be a possibility that at some point as we come into fall of 2025, there might actually be... You might see a slowdown. It feels like there's a slowdown happening. Just looking at some of the moves that's happening on both sides... You can certainly see something ain't right underneath the hood here. And
it's what's more interesting is that Microsoft have skipped out on the mid-gen refresh. Phil Spencer said 2 years ago that they're not doing a mid-gen refresh. So it almost seems like, in a weird way, considering all things considered, that they were a bit more in tune with the market and the landscape and the climate and everything. Now, we also know that 2026 is when we're expecting a new Xbox console, next generation, not a Pro model, a full next generation. So it will be really interesting to see how the PS5 Pro stacks up when Xbox are coming out with the new gen.
Yep, it will be interesting indeed. We're going to leave it at that because we want to get this thing uploaded. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and we shall catch you guys next week.
Yes.
For a brand new podcast episode where no doubt we'll be talking about this for a little bit longer.
We're going to let him mull over.
All right, guys. Anyway, catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.